Okay, so I'm going to talk about Dylan Mulvaney, the influencer, and Alyssa Heinerscheid, which is the vice president of direct-to-consumer marketing, Anheuser-Busch. So that's Bud Light. Quotes, as the first woman to lead the biggest beer brand in the world, it's an amazing opportunity to really evolve and elevate Bud Light, this brand I love. Okay, so she is the first woman to lead the biggest beer brand since 1977. That's a pretty big deal, so I'm sure she wants to make a great impression on the world and women in general. So Bud Light's looking for new partnership ads, so they turn to Dylan Mulvaney, which is a transgender woman, to essentially be a poster child for Bud Light. Alyssa quotes, this campaign is meant to feel different, to be lighter and brighter, with a confidence and magnetism, and it's really critical to depict real people and real places, she says. What I need to do to help this brand evolve, this is my passion point. She goes on to say, as Bud Light, as a brand, has been everything to everyone, and as a result, we've not been mindful about where it shows up. She says, as a mother, one strategic priority was to make sure that women were represented. Female representation is a personal passion of mine, she says. It's my opinion that Bud Light really just starts taking note that the White House had invited Dylan out to discuss trans issues and women, to represent women. So I'm sure Bud Light starts thinking, okay, well, she's a good representation. She's going to the White House. She's getting to talk to people of influence. Maybe Bud Light thought that she needed to, or they needed to get behind this and be like on the same page as her and get with her following and group. I don't know. I'm not really sure. When big business starts talking about representing brands and putting women to represent a product, shouldn't the influencer already have something to do with the product? So the Bud Light team goes to the drawing board trying to brainstorm and figure out what their next big move is. Let's get evolved. Let's get an influencer in there that can make a difference. Our sales will go up and it'll be popular and trendy. We want real women in there, so they choose Dylan. Budweiser is like, hey, king of beers. We want everyone to feel included and needed and wanted. I mean no disrespect towards Dylan. It's just that nothing about her screams Bud Light. It's like Bud Light simply wanted to focus on including transgenders and making it part of the Bud Light community, and didn't even focus on the people that buy the product. No one likes government agenda just shoved in your face. Kid Rock decided to show his distaste for the situation as well. Kid Rock has been a great representation of the past history of the brand, especially since he primarily drinks Bud Light. It's my opinion that Kid Rock makes his protest video simply because he doesn't like propaganda being shoved in his face either. So Kid Rock pulls out his gun and shoots a bunch of boxes of his own Bud Light in protest of the absurd ad. Bud Light should have focused on the customers they have, which are middle-aged men, 50 years old, drinking Bud Light. Instead, they do this poster child event, which did not work out correctly for them. It's amusing that they've managed to piss off men and women at the same time about the same product. We're at a strange time in our lives where women are trying to still have their equal rights, and now we have transgenders who are also needing the same equal rights. Big business claims they want to get behind real women to promote their products. They are actually presenting transgenders to real women and telling them it's real women. Big businesses are not fooling anyone with this facade, and they really need to stop. Thank you. I hope you like my video.